What we do here is go back.
Hello, DR. I'm Ben Brown.
And I'm Darren Lynch, and this is the most American episode of DR News.
First off, let's take a look at the student interviews with Grandin and Amber.
Hey DR, I'm Grandin, and this is Amber, and we run around the school asking students who they would vote for in this upcoming election.
Let's take a look.
Probably Liam.
Yeah, Liam!
Vote for you, Amber, because, you're tiny and awesome.
Rob Davis, because he's a good man.
Gary Johnson, because Trump and Hillary are insane. They're a bunch of nutcases.
Jill Stein, because Wi-Fi melts your brain.
Billy Davis, because he is like a father figure to me.
I'm voting for Hillary, because Trump is just a billionaire.
Trump, because I like his name.
Beyonce, because flawless.
I'm voting for Trump, because it's Trump and we need a wall.
No one, because I'm not 18 yet.
I'm voting for Kyle Monahan, because Project Veritas.
Taylor Swift, because she's great.
One more question. Who are you voting for?
I have to say I'm going to vote for Papa Smurf. The guy knows how to run a village, and he's got a nasty beard. What can I say?
I'm Amber, and that was Grandin. Back to the studio.
Avery took a trip down to the school store. Let's see what he found.
How's it going, DR? Welcome to the Crossroads, where Falcon Pride comes alive. Come pick up your own DR sweatshirt for $30. Or maybe you're feeling the stress balls for $1.50 each. Or you can get a Falcons coffee mug for $6.
Next, let's check out this week's High Five Club recipients.
Hello, DR. My name is Sam DaCosta.
And I'm Deja Ambers. And we're here to talk about this and last week's High Five Club recipients.
Vin Doan is enrolled in several AP classes and sits in the top 5% of his grade. He's a member of NHS and has been on the DR soccer team for 4 years. He speaks fluent English and Vietnamese and got a perfect score on his math MCAS. He also received the St. Michael's College Book Award.
Brooke Barlow is enrolled in several AP classes and is in the top 5% of her grade. She's a vice president of NHS and is a member of Leo Club, Best Buddies, Freshman Transition, and the DR Lacrosse team. She also received the Harvard Prize Book Award and the AP Scholar Award.
Nate Bell is enrolled in multiple AP and honor courses and a member of the DR Drama Club and the National Thespian Society. He's an assistant senior patrol leader for his Boy Scout troop and has an outstanding number of community service hours.
Jillian Henrique is enrolled in several AP and honors courses and is in the top 20% of her class. She's an honor thespian in the International Thespian Society and a member of the DR Mock Trial team and Student Advisory Committee. She's also a company manager with the DR Theater Company and a captain of the speech and debate team for 3 years.
If you see any of these students in the hallways, give them a high five.
That's all for this week's High Five Club.
Until next time, DR.
Darren, do you know who Chief Keef is?
No, I don't.
Well, Andrew's going to tell us in this week's Artist Highlight.
Yep, you guessed it. Almighty Sosa. He made it to DR News. Yes, he did, and I'm here to tell you all about him right now.
The price of freedom is death.
From age 16, Chief Keef has been one of the most popular rappers out of Chicago with his street single, I Don't Like. He was a hit on Chicago's high school circuit before he signed his first contract with Interscope. Chief Keef, also known as Keith Cozart, grew up in Inglewood neighborhood in the south side of Chicago, but once he blew up, he moved to Los Angeles to ensure his family's safety away from the crime in Chicago. Chief Keef has 3 kids, Caden Cash Cozart, whose nickname is KK, then her younger brother Crew Carter Cozart, and then there's Snow Cozart. The nickname KK had a lot of influence on his rap career. Other than his children, life at home is sweet for the young and profound Chief Keef. And that right there was Chicago's finest. Thank you so much, DR, for tuning in. Now back to the studio.
Do you know how to vote? Let's go find out how to vote with me and Tyler.
Hello, DR. I'm Ben Brown.
And I'm Tyler Ellenwood.
And we're going to tell you how to vote in the upcoming election and any possible future elections that you may have in your lifetime. Step 1 is to look at the topic at hand. Make sure both sides are taken into consideration and make sure you fact check all politicians' claims.
Next, you're going to want to background check the candidates. See if their histories are good or bad. Don't listen to rumors in media. Your best bet is to find out the information on your own.
Make sure that you're registered to vote and that you're legally able to. Many of the seniors here in the high school are the legal age to vote, so go and do it.
Waltz on over to your local voting center. If you live in Dighton, the elementary school is the place to go. If you live in Rehoboth, the fire department on Plain Street is where you'll be headed.
Now wait around for the results to roll in, and hopefully your candidate will have won.
It's your right as an American citizen to vote, so go out and do it. I'm Ben Brown.
And I'm Tyler Ellenwood.
Back to the studio.
It's November, DR, and you know what that means. It's time for Thanksgiving.
The Falcon Flyer went around and asked students about their Thanksgiving traditions.
It turns out, DR has some pretty unique traditions.
I'm sure we're all looking forward to, as Charlie Pike said, stuffing ourselves until we can't move, and happy Thanksgiving, DR.
Picasso, Shakespeare, Beyonce. What do they all have in common? They're all artists. Art can help people's lives in so many ways. What are the perks of art? Read about it in the Falcon Flyer.
School cameras have recently been put up in our school.
Administration says they plan to install 17 cameras by the end of the year.
We interviewed students and faculty to see what they had to say about the issue.
You can read all about it in the Falcon Flyer.
Hello, we are from the Falcon Flyer. Pep Rally is well known in DR for its games, music, and getting together with friends. I went around and asked DR students what their favorite part was about Pep Rally. Many people have different opinions on what their favorite part is or during this wonderful time during school for many years. If you don't know what Pep Rally is, read my article in the Falcon Flyer.
Thanksgiving is often filled with lots and lots of food.
But which foods are people really interested in?
Well, in spirit of Thanksgiving, multiple people have given their opinions on the subject.
Students and staff enjoy turkey, cranberry sauce, and Portuguese stuffing. What do you like?
Let's take a look at what Jack and Andrew did in this week's variety show.
November 1st, 1 week before Election Day.
In the old days, I'd read.
Bro, Trump is totally gonna win this election. There's no way Hillary can win this.
I just don't get it. He's been so successful with everything he's done.
And I am definitely the only person who thinks this.
Andrew, you're a Trump guy too? I swear to God, I was the only person who likes Trump. I mean, just look at it. He can legitimately get this country out of debt, and plus, he's got good connections with Putin.
And that's a good point. With Hillary, we'd end up World War III with Russia by now.
The next day.
Wall Street Journal Marist poll, that's up 6 points since before those conventions.
Andrew, don't tell me you're a Hillary supporter now, man.
I mean, look at the stats. She's winning in every state.
I can't believe this. I cannot talk to you anymore.
Come on, bro. Don't leave. You know what? Give me your email and we'll talk about it. It will just be between us.
The moral of the story here is simple. Stay with your original belief and don't change it because your candidate is losing in the polls.
Hey Ben, did you know there's a dodgeball tournament November 16th at 6 p.m.?
Really?
Yeah, really. Sign-ups are now available in the cafeteria.
Really?
Yeah. Be there or be square.
Hey, the DR, Dylan here to bring you up to speed on world news. So seeing as we're the only country in the world that matters, we'll be covering up the United States presidential election. Going into this election, Hillary leads nationally by a few points according to most major news sources. However, Trump is still tied in many polls in key states. Both candidates are plagued by scandals, as Clinton has dealt in some shady activity in her foundation, as WikiLeaks has shown.
You know, I get accused of being kind of moderate and center. I plead guilty.
There's this whole area called shadow banking.
90 to 95% of my work-related emails were in the state system.
I have not heard anyone other than you ever cite that figure.
Trump is equally as corrupt as many people have come forward with things such as his treatment towards women and his foundation questionable motives.
Right now, essentially own Kuwait because it's really ownership more than anything else. We handed it back. They never paid us. They want to raise your taxes to 90%. 90%!
Out of 67 counties, I won 66. It's never happened before.
But who will win? Only you can decide. Make sure you go vote if you are able to this Tuesday, DR. Until next time, DR, this is Dylan Slater, signing off.
We're still looking for sign-ups for Mr. DR, which is happening on December 2nd.
If you're interested, talk to Ms. Beckett or Ms. Harwood. Really.
What's up, DR? I'm Ryan, and I'm here to tell you about the upcoming weightlifting competition. Cost per person to enter is $2. For more information, contact Mr. Lovejoy. That's all from me, DR. Now back to the studio.
That ends this week's episode of DR News, and more to come.
I'm Darren Lynch.
And I'm Ben Brown. This is DR News.